Hello, good afternoon. Today we are recording in Narkeldanga Panorama Dolby Studio for poet Sunil Gangopadhya's first poetry album to submit for All India Radio, Amar FM, Radio Mirchi, Red FM, and Radio City Kolkata stations to hear our rendition, to discuss how they can hear Sunil Gangopadhya Bangla modern poetry for Kolkata market. Today we are completing the entire first album. Just now, today we completed the poetry number 20. Poetry number 20, we started from poetry number 13. Today we started at 12:15. Cell phone software time 12:15. India watch time 12:15. We started. Right now it is 12:50. 12:15 we started. Right now it is 12:58. Now time is 2:58 p.m. 2:58 p.m. We have recorded total 8 poetry to complete the first poetry album of Sunil Gangopadhya. We talk about the poetry, we talk about the narrative style and the story structure of the poetry. From poetry number 9, we start from poetry number 9. Poetry number 9 title, Oshukher Chhora. A poem of illness. A poem of illness. Poet here talking about, if you sleep alone in a room, you cannot remember anybody, you cannot meet anybody. If you sleep alone in a room, you cannot remember anybody. We're talking about how he will open a window and see the face of God. How he will open a window and see the face of God. Birds singing all time, all moon, have waves flowing non-stop. All moon have waves flowing non-stop. So many people sleeping, but I have no sleep and dream. So many people sleeping, but I have no sleep and dream. A flower brings the smell of chest in the desire of revenge. Very complicated thinking elements in different lines. The thinking elements of poet not understood properly to trace out the inner meaning of the narrative. A flower brings the smell of chest in the desire of revenge. A tree has to show face. Sky will show face. My window is closed, but I did not open the clock. God has no clever thinking of breaking the window and enter the room. God has no clever thinking of breaking the window and enter the room. Very complicated style of narrative of a story in a poetry. Then we are facing difficulties to explain the lines in amplification. When we are amplifying the lines, when we are repeating a part, that is creating some kind of complication to think about the story narrative. We go to poetry number 10. Poetry number 10 title, Hothat Nirar Jonno. Suddenly for Nira. Poetry number 10, poet talking about his love affair, Nira. Poet saw Nira in a bus stop for 3 minutes. It's a love affair in a bus stop, seeing a girl. We're talking about that girl. Poet saw Nira in a bus stop for 3 minutes. Poet in his dream has seen Nida many times. Poet has taken sleeping medicine to forget Nida in blue wrong time. Poet has taken sleeping medicine to forget Nida in blue wrong time. The sea of dream is very dangerous. After 3 days, there will be a suicide case. Poet saying the Lady Nida is a nude body doing bath in blue water. Poet saying the Lady Nida is nude body, in nude body doing bath in blue water. Nida is a close friend of a fraud game casino owner. Full 1 year he will not sleep. The nudity under my dress is shameless. Your face is on the bus window. Your face is on the bus window. Today I'm going, but you will come to my house. In the shouting of the sunlight, all sound submerged. We can go to the field beside library. When I see the wristwatch time, I am alert to reach office faster. When I see the wristwatch time, I am alert to reach office faster. Now we go to the poetry number 11. Poetry number 11, poetry title শুধু কবিতার জন্য. Only for poetry. Poetry number 11, only for poetry. Poet talking about my birth is only for poetry. Only for poetry, you are a woman. Only for poetry, so much of blood falling. The Ganga water waves dancing with clouds for poetry. Poet wants to stay alive many more days only for poetry. Human beings are struggling for survival and life. Only for poetry, I am not interested in immortality. It's a short poem, only for poetry, but it explains that poet Sunil Gangopadhya thinking about his desire to write poetry because of poetry, because of the joy of telling story in a poetry. Then next poetry we read poetry number 12. Poetry number 12 title Chokh Badha. Both eyes are tired. Both eyes are tired. Poet's love affair is for a beautiful lady, Arundhati. Arundhati is the heroine in this poetry, Chokh Badha. Arundhati is the heroine. She's a beautiful lady. Poet talking about that beautiful lady, Arundhati. Poet's love affair is for a beautiful lady, Arundhati. She is everything to him. Poet talking about oral sex with Arundhati's tongue. Very interesting, very strange. We understand poet's young age and the struggle of writing poetry. At the time of struggling of writing poetry, not getting money from market can create frustration in sex. We're talking about oral sex with Arundhati's tongue. Arundhati is a sense of brightest light. Sun will not stand as a lighthouse. We're talking about her beautiful legs on his chest. Arundhati, to accept my eyes, chest, entire life. If Arundhati gives love, poet will stab a knife on the back of poetry and will commit suicide. The frustration of poet coming through the beauty of Arundhati's gorgeous life. Here poet is frustrated. If Arundhati gives love, poet will stab a knife on the back of poetry and will commit suicide. Poet wants to go to heaven. So many faces are hidden. Poet will drink the tears from her eyes. Poet has seen the devastating fire breaking out in College Street book selling area. Your body is an art. Your body is an art. My body is an art. Artistic sex performance is the subject of the line. Artistic sex performance is the subject of the line. Arundhati is for me, for him. Poet's different thinking about heroine Arundhati, her beauty, her style of lifestyle, which a poet followed. There is frustration, there is death, suicide, everything connected with the beauty of Arundhati. We recorded this poetry. It was very nice. The sound movement is very technical in this poetry. I studied the poetry in a different way. Arundhati name went in the amplification range with a very strong force. We go to poetry number 15. Poetry number 15. Poetry number 15 title অপমান এবং নীরাকে উত্তর. An insult and an answer to Nira. An insult and an answer to Nira. Poet has a sense of difficult flow of language, different perspective of ego to repeat the same poetry line many times to proceed to the next thinking. Different incidental thoughts process on the beautiful lady love Nira. We are asking here why poet with his odd ego to create a monotonous language style and flow will repeat the same scenes of love affair. Poet asking why you are smiling all the time standing at the steps. Why you are smiling all the time standing at the steps. My three friends are witness of your smiling. My lady love, Nira, smiling standing at steps. Why three friends will be witness? What is the reason of that smile of Nira? Your smile making me uneasy. My finger has cigarettes. If cigarette was not there, I would have taken new breathing. If cigarette was not there, I would have taken new breathing. I'm bigger than all the doctors. My hand has touched a honeybee, the empty sound of echo with flowers. Poetry number 15 continues. I have purchased the tickets. Again I will fly to abroad in sea or river. I will put my hand outside. Sitting at a train window, I will put my hand outside. That hand will fly a handkerchief. A very nice sense of relaxation. When you are traveling by train, you are putting your hand outside and your hand as a handkerchief. When I come on road, there is no winter, cold air gone. Faster taxi running towards heaven. Nira's beauty comes in sleep. Before deep sleep, you go to bath. The mirror in bathroom wall has all dangerous memory. The mirror in bathroom wall has all dangerous memory. Do you remember meeting at bus stop, meeting and smiling in dream? Never met at bus stop, that is all poetry. Thinking about Nira's beauty is our sadness. Nira's thinking is acute pain.